Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
Mike McCarthy's serious message to Cowboys fans who feel bad for the Dallas Cowboys have undergone a lot of change this offseason, losing veterans and some key members of the coaching staff. But head coach Mike McCarthy seems content with where he is with the franchise as we get closer to the 2024 NFL Draft, and he had a message for those who are concerned about his status with the "Don't feel bad for me," Mike McCarthy said, via David Moore of the Dallas Morning News. "I'm in a great spot. I know you care. I know you care." McCarthy is heading into the 2024 season with just 1 year remaining on his contract with the Cowboys, so that means the franchise could move on next offseason. The team has made the postseason in each of the last 3 years, but the postseason has brought disappointment. McCarthy said he does not feel extra pressure in the last year of his contract. "I don't see it as more pressure," McCarthy said, via Moore. "I think it's just the reality of our industry. That's what it is. Those are business decisions and those are really personal, frankly, because we are subcontractors when it comes to the financial component of it. You can't lose sight of the big picture. Make no bones about it. I am extremely blessed to be here. I'm very much engaged where my feet are and the opportunities I've had personally. I'm very blessed. I never lose sight of that." The Cowboys have been dealing with a bit of a cap crunch and have not found a solution to Dak Prescott's contract situation. His cap hit is very high, and Dallas will have to figure out long-term solutions for CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons soon as well. But for now, the Cowboys are specifically focused on the 2024 season. Mike McCarthy's Cowboys tenure. McCarthy was hired by the Cowboys ahead of the 2020 season, taking over after Jason Garrett left the role. After a 6-10 first season with Dallas, which was heavily impacted by injuries, mainly the one to Dak Prescott, the Cowboys have gone 12-5 in each of the 3 years following that. In 2021, the Cowboys won the NFC East but lost in the wildcard round to the San Francisco 49ers. The following season in 2022, Dallas made the playoffs as a wild card, won the first game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, then once again were eliminated by the 49ers. This time on the road in the divisional round. Both of the 49ers' losses were close and came in heartbreaking fashion. 2023 was the most disappointing exit for the Cowboys, as they were blown out at home in the wild-card round as the number 2 seed by the Green Bay Packers. This loss in particular has McCarthy under pressure heading into 2024. It will be interesting to see if the Cowboys can find some better luck in the playoffs in 2024. Cowboys projected to add Dak Prescott's successor in new mock draft. With recent reports that QB Dak Prescott will not be getting a new deal with the Dallas Cowboys this year, the team has many avenues to explore. One would be drafting a new quarterback in the 2024 NFL Draft, as this year's crop of QB prospects are exceptional. Pro Football Network writer Dallas Robinson explored the idea of Dallas taking a QB in a new mock draft. It's important to note that Robinson isn't actually predicting the Cowboys to take a QB, but is creating a scenario where they take one in the first round. His choice is none other 2023 Heisman Trophy runner-up Michael Penix Jr. While there's no guarantee Michael Penix Jr. will ever reach Prescott's ceiling, his affordable contract would allow Dallas front office to reinvest the cap and cash savings on other areas of the roster, Robinson wrote. Penix is already a talented downfield passer but will need to improve his intermediate game to mesh with Cowboys' CeeDee Lamb. Penix had a tremendous campaign in 2023 as Washington reached the CFP National Championship. While he fell just short in that game and the Heisman voting, Penix's resume is as good as any other QB prospect coming out this year. Penix stars with Huskies after 4 years and not much progression at Indiana. Penix utilized his final 2 years of eligibility with Washington. The decision was probably the best of his football career, as Penix lit up box scores in 2022 and 2023. According to Sports Reference, Penix barreled into the spotlight in 2022 with 4,641 passing yards, 31 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. He completed 65.3% of his passes and averaged 8.4 yards per attempt. He had an almost identical completion rate in 2023, but he was even more explosive, throwing for 4,903 yards, 36 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Penix threw for 300-plus yards in 10 of the Huskies' 15 contests last season. While Michigan was able to get the better of Penix in the CFP National Championship, his performance against Texas in the semifinal is a must-watch. Penix threw for 430 yards, 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions as Washington beat Texas 37-31. Cowboys preparing to move on from Dak Prescott? On March 26, NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport surprised fans by stating that there was no indication that Prescott would get a new contract before the 2024 season. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott have a mutual understanding, Rappaport posted on X. Of his contract situation, sources say, with no offers from Dallas despite him being in a contract year. Owner Jerry Jones said, "We are where we are, locked and loaded for this year." While Rappaport calls the situation a mutual understanding, what specific understanding they have is unclear. It could be an understanding that the two sides should part ways, or it could be a pause with the goal of finding a solution. Either way, the Cowboys have a major decision. ESPN reporter Adam Schefter stated that the Cowboys are on the hook for $95 million in dead cap if Prescott walks next offseason. While it may be time to move on, that is an eye-watering amount of money to swallow just to part ways. NFL rumors. Cowboys' Dak Prescott contract talks get a twist. Dak Prescott has been a hot topic over the last few days, and there have been reports that both he and the Dallas Cowboys have a mutual understanding of where they stand, which sparked talk that he might become a free agent next offseason. However, a report from Josina Anderson of CBS indicates that there could be a new contract worked out this offseason between Prescott and the Cowboys. Regarding the Cowboys and Dak Prescott, I'm told the team does intend to work out a contract for their 3x Pro Bowl quarterback and also has not closed off potential to consummate a deal for him this year, per source, Anderson said on X. While there's currently no offer or imminent talks, the team is not presently charting a path to let Prescott go in free agency, despite some chatter to the contrary, I'm told. Prescott's entire contract history with the Cowboys from his rookie deal, tagging, extension and restructures are all macro indicators of the eventual goal. The offseason has been an interesting one for the Cowboys, with owner Jerry Jones declaring that the team is all in for the 2024 season, which made fans believe that they would be making a lot of additions. However, that has not been the case. Prescott's cap hit of just over $55 million has been at the center of attention, and it is why many have thought that an extension would be agreed to. It would have allowed Dallas to lower Prescott's 2024 cap hit and allow the team to make additions in other areas. Based on Anderson's report, it seems like that is still in play, but the Cowboys have missed out on the first wave of free agency, when the best players were available. The Cowboys have multiple contract dilemmas to figure out. Prescott's contract is at the forefront for the Cowboys as an immediate thing to figure out, whether that is to extend him, or bite the bullet on his cap hit in 2024. However, CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons are up for new contracts soon as well. Both CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons are virtual locks to get extensions from the Cowboys. They are blue-chip talents that any team would love to have. CeeDee Lamb is heading into the 5th and final year of his rookie contract with the Cowboys, and it would be a surprise if a long-term solution is not figured out soon. For Micah Parsons, he has 2 years left on his deal, but that is when teams usually think about extending elite players like him. All of this means that the Cowboys will have some interesting contract work to do this offseason, and possibly next as well when it comes to these 3 players.